Hi, here's a quick message from your professor. Great job, everyone, on your work papers and on your letters to your representatives. If you didn't get 100 on these two assignments, you're invited to revise, as you see in my feedback. Whether you got full credit or not in the first two discussion forums or boards, whatever you want to call them, for this week, please take a look at your classmates' papers and letters and then give your opinion. How effective is the paper or letter that you talk about? Tell them what you liked about it. Tell them what you think could make it even more powerful. If you got lost somewhere, were confused, where? The third item this week is just a music video for you to comment on. In a 6-week version of this course, we really don't get a chance to talk very much about images of women in popular culture. So this is just taking a little opportunity to do that. Enjoy that. When we ask on the video, is this feminist? We have to ask, well, what is feminism? So what you also have this week is an encyclopedia entry in the expected fine print on the definition and intellectual history of feminism. I know Katie in particular is interested in theory, but maybe some others of you are as well. All of you can use this reading as a reference. Next week, not this week, you'll hear me give a short lecture on theory, and we'll do another Who Is Wiki on a famous feminist. So this reading on feminism serves as a way for you to distinguish the 3 waves of feminism, first, second, third wave. It helps you understand the difference between liberal, radical, and socialist feminism today. Women's subordination, does it come from an unequal division of labor, or does it come from the male control of female sexuality and reproduction through conventional marriage and family roles? So feminists have different takes on that question. It's important to know there's more than one kind of feminism. That's the inquiry that we're just moving towards in the next couple of weeks. This week you'll learn all about the history of the so-called homophile movement, beginning with the not very popular Mattachine Society and with the very popular gay bars in the United States. Lesbians played a bigger role than you would think from what you normally get. And so did transgender men and women. So that story is what's emerging now in queer history. If you've never heard of Stonewall or the Stonewall riots, look it up. You're going to watch Before Stonewall, a film which tells you how homosexuality became criminalized and pathologized in the 20th century and how that felt. Against that backdrop, you'll look up 2 activists or organizations that I assign, and you'll teach all of us who or what they are. Please do that sooner rather than later in the week so people can refer to your entries when they take their practice quiz. You can take that practice quiz as a pretest if you want, if people don't really put their entries up in time. Just play with it however you wish and however works for you. If you want another attempt, you can just let me know. You hear privilege and intersectionality a lot these days. Hegemony is less used, but a very useful word. I will let the women who invented the words white privilege and intersectionality define them for you. And to do that, you'll read a short article by Peggy McIntosh and you'll watch a 20-minute lecture by Kimberly Crenshaw. I think you'll find these useful and very timely if you've been watching the news. Phew! And your final task is a quiz on what you just learned about the wage gap, about women in the labor movement, and about women's representation in government for your first unit quiz. And that is only 12 questions. Text me or call me at this number if you have any questions, concerns, however trivial. Please go ahead and reach out. And you're all doing great. This is a good group. Let's do our work as early as possible and get some good, useful dialogue going this week.